Hi guys, hi. Welcome back to another episode. Hi guys. Guys, I wanted to share this with you because it's very beneficial, pardon me. It's also alkaline because it's peroxide, okay? And I think everyone will want to see this because you never know. It's summer, springtime, or spring, summer. If you're going to get stung by a bee, if you're going to get a cut, a small incision, if you're going to get bitten by something, God forbid, I'm just making examples. If you're at the beach and a starfish bites you, these are the things. If you get an earache because the air is running during the summer. So please do take the time to listen to this video. Please do hit the like button, share in the comment if you use peroxide and what do you think about it, and did your mom and your grandparents use peroxide? Because this is an old product, guys. So let's continue.
And pouring hydrogen peroxide straight onto his underarm. And you thought, that cannot be right, that cannot be safe, that cannot possibly work, but it does. And it did. For over 60 years, in quiet farmhouses across Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, families...
And guys, this is how the Amish uses the peroxide, and we all know that they live off the land. So this is a perfect example here. This looks like my grandmother's kitchen back in the day. Oh, let's continue.
Please use that same brown bottle for 25 different things the drugstore would never tell you about. Things that saved them thousands. Things that kept their children healthy. Your grandmother knew these uses.
Keywords, save and healthy. Let's continue.
Your mother knew them. And then somewhere around 1962, somebody decided you should forget. They replaced one brown bottle with 15 different products. And most Americans never noticed it happened. The first time I walked into an Amish farmhouse outside Millersburg, Ohio, back in the early 2000s, there was one small...
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the chief...
Small brown bottle sitting on a wooden shelf above the sink. Just one. No row of plastic sprays under the counter. No basket of specialty cleaners in the laundry room. No cabinet full of half-used tubes in the bathroom. That bottle handled what most of us buy 15 different products to handle. And tonight, I am going to walk you through every single use, ending with a technique I found buried in a 1965 agricultural bulletin that will change how you think about the food on your table.
Okay, guys, I'm excited for this because I want to see what they're talking about. I'm just not watching it with you guys. So let's pay attention. Let's continue.
You do not need a new house. You do not need a farm. You do not need to move to the country. You just need that $3 bottle. Stay with me, because what I am about to share with you took me almost 20 years to piece together. And once you hear it, you cannot unhear it. Here is what nobody tells you about hydrogen peroxide. The bottle in your medicine cabinet right now, the one with the brown plastic and the white label, is 3% strength. That is the same strength your great-grandmother used during the 1940s when rationing was on and a single bottle had to stretch a long way. That is the same strength the Amish still use today in 2024 in the exact same concentration sold to American...
Guys, I want to show you this for a sec. He's right. This is what I have in my bathroom, 3%. I keep peroxide. I have like 9 bottles. True story. Let's continue.
Households since the early 1900s. And it is the exact same compound the human body itself produces in small amounts inside white blood cells to fight infection. Your own immune system manufactures this stuff every single day. Every time you cut yourself, every time you catch a cold, every time a bacterial invader tries to make a home inside you, your white blood cells release hydrogen peroxide as a weapon. Think about that for a second. Your body builds a chemical that the pharmaceutical industry now wants you to believe is too dangerous to handle without a dozen specialized products. Now think about why, starting in the late 1970s, you suddenly needed a separate product for mouthwash, a separate product for wound care, a separate product for laundry.
I never thought about this, guys. Do you understand what he's saying? I do. Let's continue.
A separate product for the bathroom, a separate product for the kitchen counter, a separate product for the refrigerator, and a separate product for your dishwasher. 7 products, each one costing between $6 and $12. Each one replaced every month or two. Added up over a year. Added up over a decade. Added up over a lifetime of marriage and raising children and running a household. The average American household now spends somewhere between $400 and $600 a year on cleaning and hygiene products that a $3 brown bottle used to handle on its own. Over 30 years of home ownership.
Amazing, guys. Did you hear what he just said?
Spent on what used to be
on one product that we could use. But I use peroxide. I'm old school. I learned this from my grandmother, all of the peroxide hacks. So I brush my teeth with it. I clean with it. I sterilize with it. So let's continue.
On a shelf. The Amish figured this out a long time ago. They never stopped using it because nobody ever sold them the story that they needed to stop. No television in the living room, no glossy magazines on the coffee table, no radio jingles telling them their kitchens were dirty. Let me tell you how this actually works on a cut. You get a scrape, you clean it with water first, just plain water, to rinse the dirt out. Then you pour a small amount of 3% hydrogen peroxide directly onto the wound. You will see it foam and bubble up.
You see, guys, this is what I was talking about. It's very effectively, too, especially from a bee sting or a wasp. What it does is it'll take the wasp leaves a little stinger in you, and the peroxide will bubble it out. I just remember as a kid because I got stung in my hand once when my grandmother told me to come in off the swing set, and I did it. So because I did it, I got stung by a bee, but she got the stinger right out by using the peroxide. Let's continue.
Up white. That foaming is not magic. That is the enzyme catalase inside damaged tissue reacting with the peroxide and releasing oxygen gas. The oxygen physically lifts debris, dead cells, and bacteria up and out of the wound. It is mechanical cleaning powered by chemistry, and it has been used in American medicine since the 1920s, when doctors in small-town clinics across the Midwest used it as their first-line wound cleaner on farmers who showed up with everything from barbed wire cuts to machinery injuries. Now, the modern medical line is that you should not use it on deep wounds repeatedly because it can slow healing over time. That is true. Once on a fresh scrape, a shallow cut, or a dirty abrasion, it remains one of the most effective first cleaners on earth. And the Amish families I spent time with had a...
Dude, guess how much it cost me to...
specific rule about this, passed down from grandmother to daughter to granddaughter for at least 4 generations. They used it
4
only
generations,
on the first
that's
cleaning.
right.
After that, clean water and honey, that was it. Not ointments, not tubes, not prescription creams. Honey and water, and the wounds healed. The children ran around barefoot all summer on gravel driveways and splintered barn floors, cut themselves constantly, and healed cleanly.
Oh, that's another thing, guys, having a splendor. I think that's how you call it. When you get a piece of wood stuck in your feet. Oh, I've had that too. From being barefooted as kids running around. Even if you get a piece of glass, I've gotten glass in my feet too. I was a little tomboy. I only had brothers at the time. Let's continue.
Because they understood what the product actually did and when to stop using it. Most Americans do not know how to stop using a product. We were trained, starting in childhood, to apply everything every day forever. Lotion every day. Mouthwash every day. Specialty cream every night. The Amish were trained to apply the right thing at the right moment and then leave the body alone. That difference in philosophy right there is the whole reason their medicine cabinet has 1 bottle and yours has 40. And once you see that difference, you cannot unsee it either. But here is where the story gets uncomfortable, because somebody noticed somewhere around 1962 that if Americans kept using 1 brown bottle for everything, the cleaning products industry was going to have a very bad decade. I want to be careful here because I am not going to throw around accusations I cannot back up, but I will tell you what the historical record shows, and I want you to draw your own conclusions. Between 1,900
Guys, this is diabolical, but it's great information. It's really not new to me, but I hope that you will pay attention. Try using it to save money because of the expenses, and especially if you have kids in the house or anyone with ailments, open wounds, and things like that. But also, disclaimer, please do contact your local provider, primary care provider, before usage of anything, okay? All in Equine Lifestyle. Thank you. And please do subscribe.